Okay, the banisters are cut out. Those are basically a 70s type banister, kind of made the house look dated. So now we're left with spots where the banisters were put in. They nailed from the underside up, so the nails were coming up. I cut them off and I tapped them back in. So now we're going to hit it with some wood filler. So this is a very small amount of meat to be attaching the wood filler to, so we're going to kind of do a skim coat just like drywall. Get some wood putty, which is again the Min Wax. It's a really good wood putty. It dries quickly. It changes from pink to a tan color when it dries, so you know when it's dry so you can sand it, because you're going to need to sand it. So we get some on our putty knife here. And we're going to stroke it across, kind of pushing it in. We want coverage, but we don't want extra work. The only thing I don't like about this wood filler is once it gets a little dry, it does not spread easy once it's dry. But that's looking good. Come around here and hit it. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna clean up the edges here, just so I don't have to sand it. Because that surface is proud, we don't need to worry about sanding that. And same with this one. The other thing I did is I wiped it down to get rid of any sawdust or sanding residue. One other problem I had is they used a latex paint, and it's really rubbery latex. It's kind of like the older style latex, which was basically turned into rubber. So with that situation, some of the paint was peeling up. So I had to actually make the spot a little bigger than I wanted to. Okay, so the putty has dried. Probably did a better patching job on some than the other. This one is really nice because it's only going to require a little bit of sanding. This one I got a little bit proud here, so it's going to require just a tiny bit more sanding. And then the third one is pretty good too. So, like I said, this sand's pretty easy, so I'm just going to sand a little bit. And you can see how easy it smooths out. The thing is, you want to try to sand with part of your sandpaper on this outer edge so it acts as a level. You don't want to over sand either, because you don't want to recreate the hole that you just filled. And as always, try to go with the grain. So in this case, I'm doing a field check here, and it feels really good. Even though it looks like it might be uneven, that's just some of the parts were a little deeper, so it looks like it's a little bit discolored. But this is perfectly even and level, and it's ready to be painted as soon as we wipe it off. Okay, the surface is cleaned. It's taped, and instead of just patching up and painting one spot at a time, we're going to paint this whole long board. Let me step away so you can see how long it is. It's about 6 feet. You just want that continuity of the same paint color. So you could either use a brush or a roller. In this case, we're going to use a roller. Sometimes it gives it a slightly bumpy appearance, but this house has been painted a million times, so you're not really going to see a difference. The other thing is I am using a semi-gloss. It's Sherwin-Williams semi-gloss. It's a really good paint. I believe I'll probably only need one coat, but if I need two, that's not a big deal. Obviously, this is a very easy board to paint. So I'll just do a little demonstration here. Yeah, we'll probably need 2 coats, which is not a big deal. We'll wait 4 hours and we'll re-hit it. As you can see, there's a little bit of, the filler is absorbing the paint, so we're going to need a few more coats. Over here I put it on a little thicker, but we'll hit it with another coat and then I'll show you the final product.